Oh, what a week, huh?
Captain, it's Wednesday.
Oh, hi. Yeah. I forgot that I had that name. Real quick, short one today. I don't have a lot of time. I'm recording this in the morning before I go to work. Starting off, silver price is at $24.98, and gold is $1,972. Bitcoin, $29,988. And the stock that I wanted to highlight today is Petco. At $8.30, I think Petco is a fantastic investment because you've got all these millennials who are not having children, and it's being dog parents, which is, dogs are cute, but come on. Anyway, I'm not gonna yell at millennials for continuing to cycle the abuse. Anyway. It's too early for this. Yeah, Petco, fantastic investment. Plus, look at this. Its ticker is WOOF. Isn't that so cute? All right, starting off. I am 18 years old, in fact. We're gonna go through really quick 10 concealed carry facts. Number 1, good guys with guns stop bad guys. 34.4% of mass shootings were stopped. If you're a gun owner, you probably already know that good guys with guns stop bad guys with guns. Although the media rarely talks about it, we know it happens. It turns out these incidents are vastly underreported, even according to official government data. In the fall of 2022, Crime Prevention Research Center released a report showing massive errors in the FBI's active shooting reports. The FBI claims only 4.4% of mass shootings are stopped by an armed civilian, while CPRC data shows this number is much higher at 34.4%. According to the CPRC, out of 360 active shooter incidents between 2004 and 2021, 124 were stopped by armed citizens. For instance, the FBI reported 250... Like I said, it's early. For instance, the FBI reported 252 active shooter incidents during the same period, but stated only 11 were stopped by armed civilians. Gary Mauser, an emeritus professor at Simon Fraser University in Canada, says, whether deliberately through bias or just incompetence, the FBI database of active shooters cannot be trusted. It seems our long-held instinct that armed good guys stopped armed bad guys holds true. I'm not sure why a Canadian would be commenting on this, but sure, we'll take it where we can. U.S. has over 22 million concealed carry permits. I don't think that really needs to be elaborated on. Florida tops list with 2.57 million permits. Now that's probably because only recently they passed permitless carry, constitutional carry, but that's good to see. Even if you do live in a state like I do with constitutional carry, it's a good idea to get your, a concealed carry permit, just in case, God forbid, you do have to use it. It looks a lot better when going to court, going to trial. You can show, look, I know I've trained properly with firearms. I know what I'm doing, and you're much less likely to get arraigned by the state. Alabama has the most permit holders per capita. The November 2002 CPRC report shows that Alabama has the highest percentage of concealed carry holders at 32.5%. This doesn't necessarily mean that it has the largest number of This doesn't necessarily mean it has the largest number of concealed carriers, though. Remember, states with permitless carry no longer report their numbers. More women are carrying concealed. The number of women getting concealed carry permits in our post-pandemic society is growing. Only 15 states report the data by gender, but in those states, women accounted for 29.2% of permit holders in 2022. That number is up from the 28.3% of the previous year. We buy guns for protection. Yeah, duh. 1/3 of gun owners carry. As I mentioned before, we don't really know how many gun owners there are in the U.S. That's not tracked. It kind of is. And people aren't always forthcoming on surveys. We can, however, collect data on those willing to participate in surveys. In 2017, Pew Research survey found that 26% of handgun owners say they carry most of the time, while 31% state they carry outside of the home only some of the time. Finally, 43% claim they never carry outside their home. I'm pretty sure there's a missing number there. probably didn't want to answer. Number 8. 9mm is the preferred carry round. There has been a long debate in the firearms community about defensive ammo. Some say 45 ACP is the only round that should be carried, while others claim 9mm is better. The 45 guys argue bigger is better, and the 9mm fans like having more capacity. Hey, that's me. I could write about this debate all day, but according to a 2020guns.com survey, 52.6% of people carry 9mm. That's over half, of course. 45 ACP is the only other option. The other half would include rounds like 380 ACP and 22 LR. The survey resorts. Wow, good thing I'm not editing this, right? The survey results aren't surprising because most modern concealed carry firearms are chambered in 9mm. This doesn't necessarily settle the debate of which round is better. It just tells us what's more popular. Concealed carriers prefer Glock. Yeah. Simple as. Concealed carriers are law-abiding. Data shows that concealed carry permit holders are incredibly law-abiding, with over 20 million citizens holding a permit. They may be the most law-abiding group in the United States. For comparison, the CPRC compared permit holders to police officers, another group that rarely breaks the law. Firearm violations among police occur at a rate of 16.5 for 100,000 officers. By contrast, the rate is only 2.4% of 100,000 permit holders in Florida or Texas. We can look at the concealed carry permit revocation rates to understand how other states fare. In 2016, the highest revocation rate of 0.2% occurred in Kentucky. The lowest was Minnesota at 0.001%. Yes, because there's nobody out there. I'd like to get some. Oh wait, Minnesota. I'm thinking Montana. Whatever. Across the board, revocation rates are low. It's also important to note that people can lose their permits for traffic violations in some states, so it's not always violent offenders. Guns are cool. In other news, the rain gets things wet. Here we go on, stop shaking around. I really should figure out a better mic setup. Tim Pool and his viewers donate $50K to Tim Ballard's Spear Fund combating child sex trafficking. I would rather spend the money knowing that money went to saving a single child's life. Founder and CEO of Timcast Media, Tim Pool, and his viewers donated over $50K to Tim Ballard's Spear Fund during a Thursday episode of Timcast IRL. The Spear Fund is a new organization founded by the former DHS agent Ballard, who is the focal point of the inspirational film Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom, released through Angel Studios, is inspired by Ballard's experience rescuing trafficked children through Operation Underground Railroad, which Ballard founded in 2013. The film depicts his previous work with the Department of Homeland Security on the International Crimes Against Children Task Force, and subsequent 2014 sting operation with OUR in Cartagena, Colombia, after leaving DHS. Towards the finale of Thursday's episode, Tim Pool announced that he would donate the entirety of his YouTube Super Chat revenue to the Spear Fund, along with an additional $10K towards Angel Studios' Pay It Forward program, providing complimentary tickets to viewers under financial hardship to garner more attention for the film's message. Guests Ballard and Sound of Freedom producer Eduardo Verastuen thanked him for his generosity, as Verastuen detailed the importance of Tim Pool's donation. There's a lot of families that are listening to interviews. They have 4 or 5 children, Verastuen said. They cannot afford to bring everyone to the experience. Sound of Freedom is a cinematic experience. You cannot see that on TV or social media. Film is different. Film can change your life. Because of your generosity, thousands of people will go to see the film for free, Verastuen said. We're saving lives right there. Verastuen noted the film's grassroots movement was growing as legacy media was being pressured to address the film's success. We're gonna show the movie regardless, Verastuen said, noting The Sound of Freedom was scheduled for screening on July 25th at former President Donald Trump's Bedminster Golf in New Jersey. Okay, and it just goes on to talk about that, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. Good job, Tim Pool. Man. And coming from another YouTuber's media company, The Publica by The Quartering. Target's Pride Month campaign may have violated child protection laws, 7 state attorneys' general claim. The attorneys generals representing 7 states have sent a letter to the chairman and CEO of Target informing him of their concerns that the retailer violated child safety laws during their controversial Pride Month campaign. The letter was signed by the attorneys general of Arkansas, Idaho, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, and South Carolina. If your state is not included on that list, get in contact with your attorney general and ask him to include your state as well. In the letter, the representatives claimed that Target had advertised potentially harmful products to minors, related potential interference with parental authority in matters of sex and gender identity, and possible violation of fiduciary duties by the company's directors and officers. The products were rolled out mid-May after Target launched a number of LGBT promotional items for Pride Month, many of which were aimed at babies and children. The Pride Month line included onesies, bibs, overalls, clothing, as well as girls' swimsuits with tuck-friendly construction and extra crotch coverage for a dick and balls. In the letter, the attorneys general point to the Target's Pride Month campaign as antithetical to shareholders' interests and the prosperity of the United States. They also mention merchandise with anti-Christian designs and it's not so-called satanic products. They were satanic products that feature pentagrams and horned skulls. Yeah, just a couple. Gross. And now for something neat. Dinosaur and mammal discovered locked in mortal combat from 125 million years ago. So it really is just this. It's a cool little fossil of a mammal and a dinosaur fighting, which are 2 different species. Which it genuinely took me a minute to remember that. Because I read this while I was at work and rather tired. But, yeah, cool fossil. Wait, did they have a picture? So that's an artist recreation. Oh, yeah, here's a fossil. Look at that. Oh, boy. Let me see if I can pronounce these. A Psittacosaurus being attacked by a Repenomamus. Man, I feel like I just summoned some kind of demon or something in here. What kind of name is that? Very cool. Alright. And coming from ground news, Powerball jackpots, there was a 1 billion after no winner in Monday's drawing. So, if you're feeling lucky, go pick up a $20 lotto ticket or something. This is not financial advice. Nothing I say here is serious. This is all for jokes. Lawyers can't sue me now, I think. Alright, here we go. Heroic cafe owner saves cats during a Vermont flooding. And what is this massive pickup here? Whatever. Alexis Dexter, the owner of Kitty Corner Cafe in Barrow, Vermont, refused to abandon her business and its furry residents during a recent extreme rainstorm that caused widespread flooding in the area. As the floodwaters threatened to engulf her cafe and endanger the lives of over 50 shelter cats, Dexter made a courageous decision to stay behind and ensure their safety. The rainstorm, which led to the overflowing creeks and rivers, placed immense strain on the Wrightville Dam. Soon, Bayer's Main Street, usually a bustling hub, found itself submerged in water. While officials ordered evacuations for businesses and residents within the flood zone, Kitty Corner Cafe lay just outside those boundaries. As the water levels rose at an alarming rate on Monday afternoon, Dexter found herself facing a race against time. Swift action was required to protect the frightened cats trapped within the cafe. Determined to keep them safe, she relocated the cats to higher ground within the store, but it soon became evident that more drastic measures were necessary. With the water steadily encroaching upon the cafe's interior, Dexter resorted to unconventional means to avert the disaster. Armed with a screwdriver and a hammer, she painstakingly chiseled a hole in the cafe's floor, allowing the water to drain into the basement. Her resourcefulness and quick thinking were crucial in buying the cat's valuable time. Which, I wish they had a picture of what it looked like inside. It's probably still all messed up. But that must have been a big hole in order to drain against the flood. Very cool. Good job, Alexis Dexter. You saved them kitties. The SEC honors Nashville police who stopped Covenant school shooter. Wait, the SEC isn't... 4 members of the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department were honored on Monday during the opening day of Southeastern Conference Media Days. Okay, I thought SEC was Security and Exchange Commission, which I was like, okay, that's great, but wrong agency, I guess. Anyway, they were rewarded for their quick and heroic response to the Covenant school shooting. On March 27th, I left 3 students. Have I Okay, good. I'm still recording. That left 3 students and 3 adults dead. Commissioner Greg Swanky welcomed to the stage 4 of the 5 members of law enforcement that engaged with the shooter, who was eventually gunned down. We mourned with Nashville as we watched in horror on television screens in a March mass shooting at the Covenant School that will cause not to forget the loss of 6 innocent lives, both children and adults. What a way to phrase that. Anyway, they were honored for putting that little bitch down. Not gonna censor that because it's well deserved. Don't give mass shooters names. Call them little piss boy tranny. Because I mean, you wanted to be referred to as a boy, didn't you? Little piss boy tranny. That's all you get. So these like heroic officers, where are they? Here, they're there. Look at these lads. Good lads. I don't know if I watched the response, the body cam footage, and it was incredible. Absolute textbook definition of what should be done in response to a shooting. So, with that being said, heroes are honored, and we should make sure that that news gets out there. All right, I need to quickly wrap this up because I gotta have breakfast and go to work. All right, love you. Bye.
And we say bye-bye.